Are the Phillies the hottest team in baseball? Let's talk about it now on King's Corner. Welcome to King's Corner. I'm your host, Christian King, and on today's episode, let's discuss these Phillies. One of the biggest things that I was always talking about this offseason was I didn't believe in Rob Thompson, the manager. And when the Phillies started 9-19, I just felt like that was vindication of how I was feeling. Um, for the last 4 years, Rob Thompson's been he's a great guy. I just never trusted him when it came to being a manager in baseball. He always seemed to make the worst decisions at the worst possible times. He'd take your pitchers out when you least needed them to be taken out, when they were starting to get hot. We're in a flow, and then he'd take them out, and then our bench would come in and ruin it. Um, when they fired him and we were 9-19, I honestly thought that was the start of a new season. And I told a lot of people, I said, if you looked at the series that they had coming up, they had about 6 straight series that led us right here to June, where I was like, hey, by the beginning of June, I really think they could be right in the thick of things for the playoffs. And I'm not going to say I predicted this because I didn't even see them being 27-11 in their last 38 games. I mean, that's phenomenal. And it's weird if you really look at the way the Phillies are playing, it's very anti-analytical. Um, when you look at a great baseball team, most of the time you're thinking, oh, they must be getting on base a lot. Their offense must be generating runs. Their pitchers must be doing great. And the Phillies have some of that, but it's very untraditional the way they're going about it. Look at how they do it. They're hitting all these home runs, and they do score runs sometimes. I mean, you'll have weeks where they'll go, "Whoa, what in the world are we watching here?" Because they can't get on base. Luckily, they have the greatest home run threat in the league, and uh, Kyle Schwarber. And I know a lot of people are going, "What about Aaron Judge?" Aaron Judge is great, and he's the best player to me outside of Ohtani in baseball. But you got to give Schwarber his credit. I mean, anytime he gets up, it's a threat to go home run. I mean, he's the most anti-analytical player in all of baseball because you have people who are usually on different sides of the fences, and their arguments are always right there with them. They hate people who strike out all the time. Schwarber has a very high strikeout rate, but he's also one of the best home run hitters in all of baseball and arguably in baseball history. I mean, it seems like he's a guaranteed 50 home runs every season. And right now, as we speak, he's on pace for 60 plus home runs. It's phenomenal. And the thing about this run that they're on, going 27-11, it's not even the offense that's generating it. Their pitchers have been fabulous. I mean, every time their pitchers get to 7 innings or plus, the Phillies are 25-7. I mean, that's phenomenal. And Aaron Nola can be a little struggling at times, but the thing is, Zach Wheeler, he's starting to get back into his flow. But the best pitcher in baseball this season has been Christopher Sanchez. I mean, if I told you before this season that there was going to be a stretch where he went 53 straight innings without allowing a run, I would have called you crazy. But he did, and it's phenomenal. And I love watching it, and the Phillies are starting to get back to their mojo of what they once had, where it's like, hey, we can do this, but we're going to find a way to win. And that's the biggest reason I didn't believe in Rob Thompson. By the end of last season, it just didn't seem like the team believed that he was the right man to lead the job, and you'll hear them come out and they're like, "Oh, I think he's the one. He's our guy. He's our manager. He's Rob the guy." I mean, and they'd say this, but I didn't believe them because look at the way they played on the field. And as soon as he was fired, everything got better. Come on, that's not a coincidence, people. Um, Rob Thompson's a great assistant manager. He's just not meant to be the head man. And I'm not even saying Don Mattingly's going to be the guy going forward because I'm not even sure if he wants to be. From all accounts, it sounds like this is just a one-off for him, and it sounds like the Phillies are going to go after Alex Carrera in the offseason. And I don't blame them for doing it because he's a young, up-and-coming manager. He did really good in Boston, but I will say I'm a little skeptical about that because Carrera's end there in Boston wasn't the greatest. I mean, once they caught on to what he was trying to do with the Red Sox, everything started to go downhill. And how do we know it's gonna change in Philly? Things still have to change in Philly, though. That's also a point I want to make. The Phillies aren't their current trajectory isn't going toward dynasty or winning a championship because I would love to say that the Phillies can win the World Series this year, but I'd be lying to you. I don't trust them. Your best baseball teams are the ones that can win when they execute small ball. If you ask what small ball is, it means getting on base, getting it. You just make small hit after small hit after small hit. They always are able to get a man on base. And the Phillies have the ability to do that, but they very seldomly do that. They're usually home run or no run. And that only can get you so far, and it's the reason the last 3 years they've come downhill. 2022 World Series, 2023 Conference, 2024. I mean, every year we're coming down and down and down, and it's just I don't know what to expect. And this year, I'm not expecting World Series. I don't think any Phillies fans out there should expect a World Series. Playoffs, when Mattingly took over, they only had a 36% chance. Well, right now that's doubled. It's up to 72.1, and as we speak, they are a playoff team. But I still do not trust the Phillies. Bryce Harper's hot and cold. One week he's looking like the old Bryce Harper, and other weeks he looks like the washed Bryce Harper of last year. And I'm just not sure what to think. Um, but I'd love to get what you guys believe on these Phillies. Do you think they have what it takes to win a World Series this year? Do you agree with everything that has led to this turnaround? What do you think is the biggest reason for this turnaround? But please please subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Anyway, until tomorrow, King's Corner.